Good evening, my friends, and welcome to the next episode of Myst IV Revelation. Last time out, we rode the creepy spider chair to this new platform, and we have some items to look at and at least a journal to read. So, that's going to be what's keeping us busy for the first part of this stream. In the chat we have Sentry Does Retro, moving the sliders to select a different signal. Hope you found the right one. And we have Jaffrus. Good evening to you as well. Before we start, a couple of things I wanted to share with you guys. So, as you know, it was my birthday recently, right? So, now my wife has got me the Book of Tamana. Excellent. Oh, I'm really looking forward to reading this one. And it's got the insert inside it as well, the original insert. So these, I believe these are out of print, right? So I think you can only get these secondhand now. And you know, the cover is embossed. You've got these little faux corner pieces, which obviously, you know, on an actual bound leather book, these would be metal, but they're still embossed, which is quite nice actually. And the pages themselves are these sort of wonderful kind of, I don't know how well you can sort of see it, but it's this wonderful kind of green, leafy green kind of colour on them, right? And the artwork in here is so nice as well. I tell you what, the print quality on this is so far beyond the print quality on the print-on-demand Book of Atreus. It really does tempt me to go and try and find an old copy of the Book of Atreus, you know, like an original printing of it. Because the quality on that is just absolutely amazing. You really need to read the Book of Atreus one of these days. Oh, wow. I mean, if you guys are in need of a copy, I tried to run a giveaway. Sort of several months ago in an earlier episode. I think it might have been in episode 1 of Myst IV. And no one claimed it. No one claimed it. So if you are trusting enough to give me a postal address I can send one to, I literally have a spare copy. So go and ping me on the Discord, and yeah, you know, because otherwise it's going to go to waste. The other thing I got, and this was very special as well, is my younger brother. He's very crafty. He's very into carving, and his wood carving particularly. And he has carved me a Majora's Mask. And like, so this is like a single piece of wood. So the fins are extra, but all of this is just carved out of a single piece of wood. It must have taken him hours to make this. So yeah, I think that's amazing. I think that's brilliant. It's one of the nicest gifts I've ever received. It really is. And yeah, that's going on my wall. I think I'm going to pop that. I might pop that in that gap right there, because I think that's great. And yeah, totally coincidentally, so after our playthrough of Hollow Knight is complete, on the weekends, I have started recording Zelda Wind Waker, which is a game, so not Majora's Mask. I mean, I've never actually played Majora's Mask. Well, maybe we'll get around to that one as well. But yeah, Wind Waker was a game that I started like 25 years ago. Never got round to completing. So keep an eye out for that one if you want to see like a semi-blind playthrough of Wind Waker. Okay, right. We also got some more people have joined the chat. Everett Dapanga, good to see you. It is a very thoughtful gift, yes. Sentry Does Retro has the paperback OG version. That's very, very nice. Book of Tiana is your favourite of the series, says Trank 0007. Made it here much earlier this time. Quiet day at work. Quiet Mondays are best Mondays, right? Okay, let's have a look at this thing.
Interesting problem. The inner matrix wants to hold on to an electrical buildup indefinitely, but it loses it as soon as the crystal touches a grounded object. So, how to keep the crystals isolated until I can use them?
Oh! Is that the nature of his Batman explodey bomb things? He's got crystals, and then he like throws them on the ground, and they go. Poof. Let's check out the journal.
Something has happened. There is a structure in the spire that was not there 9 days ago when I sailed off to harvest more crystals.
Oh.
Its existence is impossible. Yet I have stood inside its foyer and know that it is real. I'm forced to make an inconceivable...
That's the visitors' center.
Somehow, my father is still alive.
Okay, right. We have discussed before, right, on this stream, the limits to which you can make edits to the descriptive book of a world before it skips you into a different reality, right? I'm still holding on to my sort of pet belief that actually, and this, you know, it doesn't quite corroborate it, but I tell you what, right? Oh, Sponsism is now following. Thank you very much for the follow. I hold on to my belief. If Atreus edited this world to add the visitor center to it, this version of Cirrus might not actually be his son. This could be a parallel reality version of Cirrus, unless he's done it very carefully, of course.
Something has happened.
Okay.
I do not understand how this can be. Regardless, given the design of the chamber, and in particular its barred dividing wall, I suspect that our reunion will be tense. 15 years. Still, it is not enough for him. This age was nothing when I arrived. Nothing but floating rocks and debris.
And an electronics workshop.
And I did so without help from any quarter. If I could have found just one single person to assist me. But no, he does not want to talk about accomplishments. All he wants to talk about are the books. Yes, I burned them, Father. I am sorry. Now, can we put the past aside and let me out of here? Another wasted evening playing repentant sinner in his linking chamber. I do not know why I even waste my time. It is obvious he will never be convinced. But what of Mother? Her endless hand-wringing is as maddening as ever, yet there must be some way I can use it. Perhaps if I play upon her guilt. Create a sculptural vignette which she can see inside their viewer. If I choose the appropriate memory, it should convince her that I, too, have my regrets.
No!
This is intolerable. If he did not intend to set me free, why create the chamber in the first place? To flaunt his all-powerful skill? I get it, Father. Really, I do. Everything I have accomplished here pales in comparison to what you can do with the art. It is the one power you have that I shall never defeat. No wonder you refuse to teach it to me. I will take this no longer. It is time I showed him some of my power. Father believes this.
Okay, we'll take a quick pause there. What? He sculpted that thing as a wild misdirect. As like, he meticulously sculpted this family scene to be like, ah yes, I'm gonna pretend that I feel sorry about the past. Wow. Didn't see that coming, to be fair. I thought he was just incredibly bored and somewhat artistic. We've got InstaDC has joined us. Greetings, salutations from the east coast of the US. As much as you enjoy watching the stream replay on Sunday mornings with a cup of coffee, even bigger treat to see it live. Well, welcome to the stream, InstaDC. Sponsism says, hello all, nice to catch the live stream at last. It's great to have you here, and thank you very much for the follow again.
Perhaps if I play upon her guilt. Chamber to be impenetrable. But he's forgotten the very laws he once explained to me. Frequency and molecular vibration. The crystals can do it. If I find the right frequency, their song can set off a vibration that will tear through the chamber on a molecular level. Those impenetrable walls
and
will
vengeful.
shatter like glass. No doubt I will need a great deal of electricity to do it. I'd better retune the musical instrument.
Ah, so yes, so there is some pretty strong evidence that that's a musical instrument.
I do not know what to think. It is something I never even considered. I must not let it affect me. There's too much work to be done. I need to get more power to the cables. Building additional conductors will take too long. But if I dismantle parts of the rocket ship network, then rewire the remainder directly into the throne.
My ears might have deceived me there. It sounded like he fluffed his line and said rocket ship rather than rock ship. I don't know. that might be my mind playing tricks on me there. Dismantle part of the rock ship network, then rewire the remainder directly to the throne. So, did the rock ship used to go to other places then? Oh, we got a diagram.
But if his chamber is breached, there will be no need. It is no use. He will never teach me the art. Questioning him about it only makes him suspicious. Perhaps, with him out of the picture, I can learn it from the dunny. I cannot proceed without a sample. I've tried shipping off pieces from the chamber using every possible method save the crystal, but my efforts have all proven fruitless. How can I convince him to give me a piece? Or better yet, a set of matching pieces.
Chess pieces.
This will require a very delicate touch. I wonder if he still enjoys playing.
Oh, Cirrus, you're a bad guy.
So that was my dear little sister. I see now why he's so taken with her. She's only a child, and yet several times during our discussion I caught her studying me, attempting to ascertain what to believe. How much have they told her, I wonder? I don't even care. It's obvious they value her more than they ever did Achenar and me. Very well, then. I shall use even that to my advantage. Retrofitting of the old crystal cavern proceeds on schedule. The loss of my lab was a setback, for I cannot continue frequency tests until all the cavern walls are removed. That explosion has made me very cautious. I would rather dangle over the...
Oh. Right. So that lowest level of the basement didn't used to be just hanging over nothing. It used to be his lab, and he's disassembled it.
Stars and have solid rock walls explode on top of me. No! He cannot do this! Why is he bringing her into this? I will not allow it. I will not allow a mere child to have that much power over me. How dare he agree to teach her the art? There must be a way. Some way to get the knowledge from her. But how? Go ahead, Father. Go ahead and teach her. If you insist on giving this power to Yeesha, then I will make sure you're also giving it to me.
There we go. Wow, what a bad dude, right? I would also draw attention here. Now, I don't know what year his previous book was in. This is the 28th of May, 105, right? This diary spans literally years, right? This starts in the year 100, 28th of May, 100, right? So this is 5 years that spans, which is kind of crazy. So Atreus has been visiting him for the last 5 years. That kind of puts some things a little bit interestingly into context, right? Because Atreus is obviously working on his crystal viewer and he's like, oh yeah, I need to be able to see into these ages and see what they're up to. But like, this isn't like a new thing. This is, you know, yeah, this is something that's been going on for a little while. What do we got here? 10-5-5. Do I reckon Atreus would be more disappointed in Cyrus plotting revenge or in him not writing regularly into his journal? Oh dear. Could be both. TBH, couldn't it? Could be both. 10-5-5. Let's take a little screen grab of that one. Interesting. So the electricity kind of came through and a piece of crystal came down and hit the thing. And this one's 12-12-12. Well, these so far are codes for different crystal types. Right, 12-12-12 will be the black crystal. That didn't look like a black crystal, did it? But yeah, they look like little figurines, don't they? Now what's this thing here? Do you know what? The lift that we couldn't call up, that's this, isn't it? That's where we're under. We're under a giant elevator shaft right there. Okay. This might not be anything here. Right, what do we got here? Can we go round? No, there's no walkway this side at all. So this is interesting. So you've basically got a little statuette here, right? And what this seems to be doing is like making copies of it, maybe? I don't know. I don't get why this green goo is in those tanks. It's gas from the goo coating the crystals in an insulator from grounded objects. Oh, do you know what it could be? It could be, because we did see something about... I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Is that why it's turning green? Well, I mean, what we have is we have some numbers, 10, 5, 5 and 12, 12, 12. Shall we go to the chair and... Like, both sides of that kind of sound like it's doing something. But let's assume that it's like the left one for the left one and the right one for the right one. So the left one is the 10, 5, 5, right? So maybe you got to go back to the chair and put that into the power distribution. Bonk. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Yeah, that doesn't sound correct though, does it? Because when you push the thing, it kind of just goes bleh. Last time you said you wanted to watch back the previous stream to see what happened to the missing crystal in the top right. Did I check? No. Do you know what? I didn't check, but we subsequently saw it in the episode, didn't we? Because this thing, it's not that there's a missing crystal, it's just that it's sort of like it's a chess piece. So it's sort of halfway out of the hole anyway. Okay, let's have a listen to this one again.
Interesting problem. The inner matrix wants to hold on to an electrical buildup indefinitely, but it loses it as soon as the crystal touches a grounded object. So, how to keep the crystals isolated until I can use them?
Right, but there's nothing to be touched here. Ah, Jaffrus redeemed. What do you see? So, we've got a crystal on the top. We've got something which... Oh, hang on a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Ah. Ooh. Okay. Well, that's definitely doing something now, isn't it? There must be something to, like, start the process somehow. But having said that, it's sort of lost its charge. So I think that's the only interactable bit. When I move away from it, No, when I move away from it, it stays on. No, but now it's off. Okay, right. What else can we see? So we've got tubes for the goo. Right, the tubes for the goo kind of go this way. Right, the goo tubes are up and over and out that way. Actually, the goo tubes come from the... The goo tubes come from the musical instrument. Okay. And then we've also got wires. So we've got a wire coming from the chair here, up and down. And then it comes up this way and round here. GooTube, yeah. No. GooTube is a different website, I'm pretty sure. Right, and then that wire just sort of wanders off out that way. Wild. It really looks like that should be something as well, doesn't it? Like that looks like that's the lever that you pull to get it to go. So what's the relevance of it being 10, 5 and 5 and 12, 12 and 12? And there's a big old bit of bench here which just isn't used that also looks well sus too. Okay, well let's just try winding it up, yeah. And what happens if we move the thing over this direction to the... Did that do anything? Oh! I can grab it! Ah! Okay. Right. Here we go. You're glad I found this on my own. Oh well. Took a hot minute. Right. But that didn't... So it flashed for a second and then it sort of didn't do anything. I'm sensing like... This looks like a little statuette, right? So... Maybe we need it on the statue setting. That makes it glow pretty green. Okay. No. Well, it sounds like it's still glowing, but it sort of sounds like it's stopped. Well, it looks like it's stopped, but it sounds like it's still glowing. Like, I kind of figure what we're trying to do here is this is some kind of machine that will take either this or copies of this and drop it into here and into the bucket, and we're gonna, like, I don't know, take it with us? That would be a weird thing. We don't usually take items with us except this amulet. Okay. So if we charge that up, that makes it very glowy and green. Well, that did something different that time. Yeah, it's the literal game changer. Okay, and if we charge that up and then push this to... Oh, no. Didn't do it fast enough. So that turns it green, and what if we charge this up again, then? So it definitely turns green when this thing over here is set to... no, that's when this is set to left, isn't it? And there's nothing on this... Oh! This is the part of the... this is the part of the visitor centre that has just, like, been blown off the top of it, isn't it? Ah, yes. Yeah, I recognise that. Yes, I see. Okay. So it definitely turns green when it's over on the left-hand side. When it's on the right-hand side... Okay, and then... Nah, it's still very much green. Huh. It's a bit of a fiddly one, for sure. I mean, the little statue, it does remind me a little bit of the things that are up in the music room. Let's quickly ride the chair back up one level. Like... Whoops. Because, yeah, these are all these little things, aren't they? Well, sort of. know, but you can't fiddle with these. So the 1055 isn't a thing here. Dunno. What if you throw 12, 12, 12 down onto this? Oh, hang on. There we go. Something came out, didn't it? Alright. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, wait. No, 10. No, it's 12 short. Oh, it's going to give me another one. Oh, that's nice. Okay, let's go over there and have a look. So maybe we just didn't have the thing set on the correct side last time we tried that. So we've got the thing set on the right hand side currently. Oh, and there we go. So we got a little statuette there. So let's move it over to the 1055 side. Let's move it to that side. It's got to make sense, right? We might just about be getting there. Okay, so roll that back by 2. Oh, no, that was 3. 1, 2. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. But this one, not doing anything. Weird. Weird. Maybe you have to have it set to the statue setting for both directions, right? Maybe this is like music setting, statue setting. Sometimes I wonder, right, if whether a really pro strat to these games would be, before you start tinkering with anything, take some screenshots of what it looks like when you first enter it. Do you know what? Yeah, the lights are different, isn't it? The lighting's different. And it's not making noise in the same way. So roll that back 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Donk. All right, cool. Okay, we did it, gang. We've got 2 little statues. It looks like I should be able to use this little handle here to do something. Can I pop them in my knapsack or something? Why am I trying to make statues? I don't get it. You can't even put it in the middle. It can only be on the right or the left hand side. Like, what happens if I push a second one out into here? Always good to note the status quo ante before one starts clicking buttons. Yeah, you could. But like... yeah, I don't know. That's probably how the pros do it, isn't it? I don't get it. You're adopting my motto for this part of the game. What happens if you try and dump a second statue into it? Yeah? What happens if we dump a second statue in there? It's still set on 1055. Huh? You didn't do anything, chair. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Donk donk. Huh, that's weird. That's more like 1255. Alright. That clink definitely sounded like a couple of statues hitting a little pile of statues now. During the Riven and Exile playthroughs, I remembered all the puzzles, but I feel like Gandalf here. I have no memory of this place. Well, yeah. Well, we don't have a glut of spare statues, for sure. But do you know what also? We've not really used... well, no, we have, because we've put power into it in the thing. I think this is just a little benchtop clue to help demonstrate what it is you're trying to do. But you know what? These are very unglowy. They're definitely less glowy than the other one, aren't they? And there's no difference between these two. Same thing happens in both directions. Oh, well, hang on a minute, because well, actually, no, technically, in both of these memories, the little statue comes out, and then it only gets kicked out once you then move the thing in front of it afterwards. Right? So let's move the thing out of the way. And let's try and do a 12-12-12. Right, full power. There we go. Well, that sounded like it did something different. The Spire chair, the puzzle that just keeps giving. Good evening to you, Kemtotech. Great to see you. Hey, look, it disintegrated the thing. So that's pretty cool. Oh, well, that's all busted up now. Okay, I mean, I guess we are riding our elevator upwards. Oh, there's a pocket watch there. I missed that. There was a little pocket watch. Oh, I tell you what, that piece of music reminds me a lot of Face Off, slightly. Blimey. I mean, Jack's amazing score just making it once again. Absolutely making it. There was a pocket watch right here. No, wait, what is this? It's not a pocket watch at all. Oh! Well, that, my friends, is probably what we are intending to take away with us from this age, right? Yeah. All right. Hey, do you remember right back at the start of the game? Right. Let me just take you on a quick trip down memory lane. Right back at the start of the game, before we'd done all this Spire stuff. Oh, do you remember that one? That was a great episode, that was. Before all this Spire stuff, before we went and drew this map across 2 episodes and did all of the monkey business here, way back at the start of the game, we got these 2 codes. And we thought, back in those days, that those 2 codes would be relevant for something. And you know what? They probably will be. It's definitely the same colours, isn't it? Yeah, alright. You don't get whether this means the bomb only shatters elements at that frequency. It's a very good question, actually. Blaze Inferni reckons that is indeed exactly what that means. Thank you very much for the congratulations, Kemtotech. You don't get why there's an elaborate lock on one side of the laboratory, but nothing at all on the elevator on the other side. An elaborate lock on one side of the laboratory. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know, you know. That's a really good question. Because it looks like you should just be able to call the elevator by pressing the button. Except for the fact that, you know, obviously you can't. But yeah. Alright, back to Tamana we go. Oh, hey! Someone, Spiper, was asking on the Discord the other day about this symbol and what does this symbol mean. I guess this symbol means Tamana. Because you see that symbol on the outside of the visitor's chamber, don't you? Okay. So we've got a code. This code, I don't see an obvious way this code would help us in Serenia. We do know that if we fix that antenna that Atreus was talking about right at the start of the game, we can contact him and indeed talk to other places as well. So maybe that's the path. Oh, it now looks like... Is there something new over there? There's something shiny over there, isn't there? Okay. I don't think we need to go back to Spire and Haven anymore, though. Apparently Sirius must have known exactly what crystals to use for the elemental composition of the Harvester in Serenia. Well, if he knew that it was built by Atreus... I mean, is it possible that Atreus is just reusing the same materials? So yeah, so this is the same symbol again.
Patience, my love. We've almost finished the linking chamber. There's just the security seal to install. But we will see our sons again soon, I promise you.
We've now seen 4 bombings outside of Spire. 2 on Earth, 1 on Haven, 1 on Serenia. They seem to be blowing up all sorts of diverse stuff. However, in this explosion, it did seem to damage just Nara. Okay. Boop. I would explain the explosion, but can't think how Sirius would have that information. Okay. So we're here again. It's still night, which is kind of weird, right? I find it really strange that we've never seen time moving forward in a Myst game, except in the gap whilst we were unconscious. What is that thing? Except in the gap when we were unconscious, we've never seen time moving forward in Myst. But it moved forward here, but now hasn't again since we've been here. Is that something over there that's trying to catch our attention? It's probably just one of these lights, isn't it? Let's have another look over at the Serenia linking book. We're not going to link back to Serenia just yet. Oh, you were asking yourself, what about the part where the crystals vibrate? You have to release the timing locks. Yeah, there was a stream on Monday that you missed. That was up on YouTube Friday. Yeah, that was up on YouTube on Friday. That was primarily all we did that episode, though. So, you missed a whole bunch of me running around going, oh my god, I don't actually understand this at all. That's sort of primarily what you missed from Monday. These pieces might be in the same layout, you know, as they were on Spire.
If he's thinking ahead, he'll see the trap I've set.
Ah.
But if he's not, I may just win this game in 2 moves.
Ah. So it was Cirrus he was playing with. Hey, you're not surprised it took an entire stream. That puzzle is so frustrating. You're almost glad you missed it. Well, yeah. Still, go back to the video on YouTube and smash a like on it though, because, you know, don't want to miss out on a like just because I streamed it on a Monday. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. My mind is kind of churning a little bit, right? I'm thinking about the code we just picked up from Spire. And how I really don't see what that code gives us. I really don't see what that code gives us in Serenia. Let's go back to this journal here. Thursday. I didn't do much. Classic. Love it. Right. We could go see Anya tomorrow. She takes care of the memory chamber. She's one of its protectors. Only women can be protectors. Men stay in the village and do other hard stuff like fixing roofs. So, yeah, okay. Serenia memory chamber, maybe then. But this code is to get the crystal viewer to go and look at it. Oh, what? Oh, Cirrus. You can't be giving stuff like that to your sister. That's not on. Uncool, bro. Uncool. Did I ever listen to the book? I think I listened to it. Did we listen to it? No, we've never listened to it. No. You're quite right. Because we read it before we had the amulet. Is it... Before we... is it worth listening to? How many pages is it? I don't think it's that long, is it? Yeah, go on. Let's give it a listen to. Boom.
Monday. I got this book. Dad gave it to me. I'm going to write in it every night.
Nice.
Tuesday. In the morning, we worked on long division. After dinner, I made a puzzle.
Classic family activity.
Mom and me started the fun club and looked at stars. Thursday. I didn't do much.
Missed Wednesday already.
Sunday. We visited my brother today. He had a gift for me, but Dad made me go home before I could see it. I felt bad. Dad talked to me later and said it was just bones, so I shouldn't be scared. I wasn't, because I don't think Aknar meant it to be bad. He looked so sad when we left. Monday. It was hot. I spent the whole day by the water. Saturday. Dad took me to a really neat place today. It's called Serenia, and the people there are so nice. They never forget stuff, because if they do, their memory chamber remembers it for them. I went inside, and I saw all the memory globes hanging from the ceiling.
No!
Just like
No!
Monday. Mom said it's too soon to go back to Serenia. I've been thinking, though. and I don't know if I want my memories put inside a globe when I'm dead. What if I need them?
That's a lot of existential dread
Thursday,
for a
I told both
8-year-old,
Cirrus
whatever
and
you're supposed to
Agnar
be.
about the fun club. They want to join. Wednesday, Dad finally said we could go see Anya tomorrow. She takes care of the memory chamber. She's one of its protectors. Only women can be protectors. Men stay in the village and do other hard stuff, like fixing roofs. Thursday, I saw the coolest creature on Serenia today. It
Oh,
was made of water, but when it saw me looking, it got
we've
sad.
seen one of those.
Dad said it must have been a fish. Jumping, because he didn't see it. Mom believed me, though. Friday. Anya told me her people put their memories in globes so their families can visit them in the dream world. She said I could visit the dream world too, but I'd have to learn how. Plus, I need a spirit guide. Maybe I can get one next time we visit. Sunday. I got the best gift of all
Spirit
time
guide
today. A spirit guide
statue.
statue. Cirrus carved it for me himself. It looks kind of funny, but it's 'cause he never saw one. He just went with what I told him. He knows exactly what questions to ask, and he listens better than anyone. Friday. Before supper, Dad and me changed the lock on my bookshelf. I said since I'm learning Donnie, I could change the covers and use everyone's name instead. I won't forget.
She just kind of
Who's older
stopped.
than who either. He said it really had to be the really last time, but he was glad.
Donk, donk, donk.
Thursday. We didn't do much, but tomorrow I start learning how to dream on Serenia. I'll probably be too busy to write in this journal for months. Sunday. Anya gave me a special necklace today. It's really good at picking up memories. She says some things are better at holding them than others, and that only the most powerful memories get shown. I touched it as soon as I got home, and it worked. I can't wait to show all my friends.
To be fair, pretty reasonable diary for a 10-year-old. Oh dear. Okay, who kept a diary as a teenager? It's cringe. It's cringe. Oh man, you read it back as an adult. Oh, it's a special experience. It really is. Okay, we are going back. I just kind of want to have a little look behind this bookcase again and just see if we missed anything back here. I don't think we did. So, what are we doing first? Oh no, I pressed the wrong one. Okay, it's number 1, number 2, and then what is it? It's Achenar, Cirrus, Yeesha is the little one. Wouldn't be much of a fun club without Cirrus and Achenar. Those guys know how to have a good time. Remember when Myst 1, when we were wondering over who could be trusted between Cirrus and Achenar? Do you know what? I was debating that so hard because I was like, wait, but like blue pages is good and red pages is bad, right? So clearly we should trust Achenar. But then I was thinking to myself, oh wait, no, but if Achenar's trapped in the blue book and we're finding blue pages in Achenar's studio apartment, then surely actually that's Cirrus, and maybe it's a question of mistaken identity. Do you know what? We thought about that so hard, and it turns out they're both the worst. There we go. They're both just terrible people. Who'd have thought it? It's really weird that there's nothing you can do with this picture. Very, very strange. Do you know what is well sus though? The fact that this very much looks like the code as well. You've got cyan, red, yellow, green. Okay, we're not going to Serenia first. We're not going to Serenia straight away. The reason we're not going to Serenia straight away is the code we got from Spire. I don't see how that's going to do anything in Serenia. So before we go back to Serenia, I think there's more to do in Tamana. I think we can fix the antenna in Tomahna. Is there another Serenia linking book in Atreus' office? No, we warped back into... I don't think there was another book in Atreus' office. There was a journal in Atreus' office, which we read. And we warped back to Tamana. When you go from Serenia to Tamana... Oh wow! I gotta take a screenshot of that for the Discord. I really do. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I'm gonna put that straight into the Discord chat. Good evening, Spiper. How are you doing? It's great to see you again. Everyone was just asking where you were. Spawnism says, I played Myst 1 when it came out in the 90s, but it never occurred to me that the colours of pages could be meaningful. Wanted to trust Akanar though until it became clear there was a third option. Yeah, it really did my head in, because I really didn't want to get the wrong answer, you know. It would be inconvenient if Atreus had to go to Yeesha's room to visit Serenia. Yeah, I guess it would, wouldn't it? Spiber says, seems I'm late. What have we been up to? Well, so we have... There is another one in Atreus' study. Okay. We'll have a look at that then. I guess it might take... Well, yeah, it probably will take us somewhere else in Serenia then, I suppose. And there was me thinking that we were going to be fixing an antenna array today. So, what have we been up to? We finished off the chair puzzle. Did a little bit of fiddling around with the chair. Oh, we've got some broken flowers here. So, fixed the elevator at the bottom of Spire. And then got ourselves a little code. Which looks like... it's over here somewhere. Here's the code that we've got. So now we're back on Tomahna. I was thinking we'd probably use that code as part of the crystal viewer. But it seems like there might be... It is a very good piece of music, to be fair. But it seems like there might be another linking book through here that we missed. Oh, I don't think we looked at that last time. Maybe we did. No, we must have done, because the necklace lights up if you haven't seen it. Hang on a minute. Wait. What's going on here? How much time has passed? This is all overgrown. Has there been a lot more time passed than we think there has been? Maybe. Yeesha was a baby in exile. Ah. Am I going to try the crystal viewer? Well, I thought the implication was that you guys were sort of directing me a little bit towards the Serenia linking book from in here. Because you're absolutely right, we haven't actually ever used this one. And this one might well take us to a different location. Because linking books don't take you to the same spot as each other. Right? They take you to the spot where they were written. I would try and repair the crystal viewer first. But I was gonna go and repair the crystal viewer first. Ah, you guys. Okay, this has actually literally dumped us in exactly the same spot. So the two linking books were written in the same location. So going... So it doesn't matter which linking book you use. They were written in the same location as each other, so that's fine. Yes. No. Well, my thinking was that we would go and repair the crystal viewer. But then when you guys started talking about the second linking book, I thought that was like a... Oh yeah, no. You just do the second linking book first. Okay, we're back here. I wonder how complicated a linking book needs to be, right? Because, I mean, a descriptive book, you obviously need, like, a lot of info in there. But, for a linking book, you basically just need whatever the Dene equivalent of a telephone number is, right? You think InstaDC was genuinely wondering why they have two linking books? Aha. To be fair, I was surprised that no one said, "Stop hinting!" Okay. Let's go back up to the top. Maybe we can use the memory crystal to remind ourselves where that broken antenna is. Because he says there's a broken antenna on the roof somewhere, I think. It's not clear. Book of Atreus claim that linking books need a reference to the descriptive book, but Rawa shot that down as non-canon. Fair enough. Who is Rawa? I hear his name, or her name, mentioned fairly frequently. But, like, are they... I assume they're Cyan. But I always see their name written in all caps. Which is... yeah. I have a weird feeling, you know, that to fix this, we're going to need to... fiddle around with the power supply maybe some more. I don't know. Here we go. Memory me up.
Don't you see, Catherine? The new design means we won't have to go to Rhyme anymore. We'll be able to view our sun's ages from right here.
Great. Yeah, there's no power. It's not on. Ooh, hello. What we got over here then?
I will not risk having our home broken into again.
But cameras, my love? I feel so scrutinized.
That's what we saw in the
Only place
bedroom.
The most likely entry points. You'll forget they're even there. I promise.
Wait, what? I don't want to get broken into again.
I will not risk having our home broken into again.
But cameras, my love? I feel so scrutinized.
Who broke into it
Only
last
place the
time?
most likely entry points. You'll forget they're even there. I promise.
Yeah, who? Who, I wonder? First time chatter, FJW James. You don't remember? Well, aside from us and Saavedro in the non-canon ending, we've not seen anyone in Tamana before these were set up. Like, obviously we now have Cirrus and Achenar running around, but like... Okay, hey, it's only the second most threatening chair so far in this game. Oh wow, we can spin it around though. What happens if you press the button? Not a huge amount. Oh, what? Oh, okay. Having your study burned down makes you a bit paranoid. Yes, right. Saavedro did come in at the start of Myst 3. Yes, you're quite right. You're quite right. So Rawa is Richard A. Watson. Richard A. Watson. Okay. And who is Dr. Richard A. Watson? FJW James. Pretty sure Saavedro spent some time sneaking around messing before he burned down the study too. Ah. Incidentally, welcome to the chat, FJW James. Welcome to the chat. I think we need power here. Can we fiddle around with the power distribution some more? Might be able to. Yeah, okay. Huh. Well, hang on, wait a minute. That kind of looks like it's now... So it kind of looks like we've got power, but I don't know, it's weird, isn't it? He's a long-term Cyan employee. Oh, hey, look, we've got a button now. We've got a blinking button. Wait, what? No, I definitely pressed the button. He's a long-term Cyan employee who's sort of become the word of God for the Myst series canon. Oh, here we go.
See the really bright one?
Uh-huh.
A long time ago, when your great-grandmother Anna first mapped this desert with her father, she looked up in the night sky and used that star to find her way home.
Sorry. Repeat.
See the really bright one?
Uh-huh.
A long time ago, when your great-grandmother Anna first mapped this desert with her father, she looked up in the night sky and used that star to find
Mapped
her way
the
home.
desert, right. I'm assuming the little arrow there is pointing towards north, maybe, but hard to say. Oh, what was that? And what does this button do anyway? Oh. Huh. Wait, we've now got something on the screen over there. You've been in the FJW James. You've been in the YouTube comment section for a while. This is the first chance catching me live. Oh, well, that's great. Watson would answer fan questions back in the day, many of which have been compiled into a document called the Watson Letters. Oh, that's nice. Hey, look. Oh, hang on a minute. Alright, what do we got here then? Right, it includes stuff about Uru and Uru 2, so can't recommend looking into it yet. Understood, understood. It's strange because I could have sworn Atreus definitely told us about going and fixing an antenna, which I assumed would have to be like a manual thing. I assume what is meant by, yeah, Uru 2 is Myst 5, right. Ah! Now, you know, what's the best way to search engine optimize that one, do you reckon? Do you think we should call it Myst 5 Uru 2, the sequel to Riven's sequel? Because I reckon that could pretty much cover all of our bases there. Oh, that's interesting. It's the moon. Oh, that's the bottom. That's the bottom there. Maybe if you use the memory necklace on the slider puzzle, it'll show you the stranger getting frustrated and banging his head against the wall. Yeah, you probably would. Having said that, we should go and have a reread of Atreus' journal that's in here. Oh man, this is giving me strong. What's the word? Shoot, what have we been playing recently? Haven Moon. Haven Moon. I've been playing Haven Moon recently. Episode 2 is going to be up on Tuesday. There is a lot of fiddling around in the Observatory going on in that game. Right, that's now just spinning, so we're pretty much at the top, I imagine. Yeah, so that's pretty much at the top. There's not a huge field of view here. Like, what are we looking for out of this observatory? I mean, Atreus in the memory talks about a particularly bright star. I don't see any which I would point at and go, yep, that's definitely the one he meant. I don't know what's going on with the background sound there. It sounds like a toddler giggling or something. The moon is another great subtle bit of storytelling that establishes for this version of canon that Tamana is on the age of Earth. Yes, indeed. Yes, if anyone was unsure about where Tomahna is, that is the answer. It was Earth all along. Those maniacs finally blew it up. Ah! It was a piece of paper behind the other piece of paper. The antenna's directly up. The antenna's directly above us. Incidentally, oh man, Planet of the Apes. Absolutely great movie, total classic. It's Charlton Heston doing his Charlton Heston thing. It's great, right? Now I need to get the name of it correct because I think it's Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the first of the newer Planet of the Apes movies, right? If you've never seen any of those movies, you should check out Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I don't really rate any of the ones that came after the first one, but Rise of the Planet of the Apes was a movie that genuinely surprised me when I watched it. Like, I don't think I've ever been quite so surprised at the twist of a movie in the same way. I mean, this was a long time ago, but yeah, it's good. So we're pointing that directly upwards then. Yes. Now it's a little bit weird because that doesn't look like it's pointing directly upwards, does it? Not to derail too much from Misty vibes, but have I played Braid? Looking for a gift recipient for a copy of the Anniversary Edition. Just a couple more weeks till release, but it's a pre-order now. I have played Braid, and we have our playthrough on the YouTube channel. Actually, yeah, it's a nice game. It's a nice game. It is, of course, Jonathan Blow, right? The creator of the other game that everyone loves, The Witness. The Witness. But yeah, no, Braid's a really nice game. I'd give it a recommend. It's got some really, really obscure stuff in there for true ending, though. I never got any of the stars. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. On my screen, Everett Depanga and M. Vander Vander are coming through as the same colour, so I totally didn't even realise it was you, Matthew. Hey, Matthew, how you doing? You think you even watched that and somehow memory hold it? Yeah. No, you were there. You were there. No, wait, sorry. Wait, did we play it on stream? No, do you know what? I didn't play it on stream. I played it direct to YouTube. I played it direct on YouTube. But yeah, no, I never went back to get the stars, because, whoa, that is a whole drama. Oh, hello. Did we open this drawer last time? There's a sheet of paper under this one. Give me the paper! That's so weird. Can't grab paper. Crystal too spicy. Yeah. That drawer, not available. You haven't played this Myst, so you cannot provide any help whatsoever. That is fine. That is fine. This is right back from the start of the game, this room. Ah, it's a little astrolabe. Too bad the necklace doesn't include mundane memories like Atreus filling his drawer full of junk. It should. It should. If you have as much main character energy as Atreus has, you believe that everything you do is worth recording, right? Let's listen to the man himself.
I'm always surprised by how good it feels to return home after one of my journeys. In the day, heat shimmers off the cliffs, bathing me in unexpected warmth. At night, gentle breezes stir the lake, and I often hear Catherine singing to Yeesha. The sound of their voices fills me with such joy. I find myself wondering why I ever left.
This is 3 years before Cyrus's second journal started.
The trip was unavoidable. It's been weeks since I viewed Cyrus and Akenar's prison ages, and I needed to be assured of their safety. The crystal viewer did not show much, so I began considering how I might improve it. Of these plans, I do not wish to raise her hopes prematurely. After far too brief a visit with my family, I have returned to Rhyme to conduct preliminary tests.
Okay, look.
Frigid
You got
temperatures
crystal
indicate
containment
vital
holders at the
crystals
bottom,
function, but I
crystal
find it increasingly
selector over
difficult to
here,
work in the cold.
but there's no crystals
Perhaps
in
I can
there.
find a way to simulate extreme temperatures inside the viewer itself, so that I can install it in Tomahna when ready. Tonight I set aside experimentation for a few hours to watch the lights illuminate Rhyme's sky. Their beauty is not dim since first I saw them. I could not fully enjoy the show, however, for it put me in mind of Sirius and Achenar and the months we spent here constructing the towers. Soon, what had been a happy memory for me was mired in regrets. I doubt I will ever know what caused my sons to become so greedy. I only know that when they looked at the ages described in my library, fantastic worlds that one could travel to easily simply by touching a book's linking panel, they saw only dreams of wealth and power. They devised a plan, an evil plan. When my back was turned, they linked to my ages, plundered and destroyed them. I know Sirius and Achenar must pay a price for these crimes, yet it brings me no joy to picture them stranded on the 2 uninhabited ages I wrote to protect my library from thieves. I only hope that my sons will someday reject their wicked yearnings and find it in their heart to reform. After experimenting with several liquid gases, I've found a pressure variable that should allow the crystal viewer to function in Tomahna. Tomorrow I link to Yeesha to enlist help from the Guild of Machinists. Catherine was unusually subdued when I showed her the new blueprints. She trusts that the viewer will work, but wishes we could visit our sons in person. I would like that as well, but until I'm convinced of remorse, I cannot risk their escaping. I was fairly certain the evaporator coils would work, and indeed, I was able to achieve a blurry image of Spire within the new viewer's blank book.
There's a picture of the
Unfortunately,
thing.
a more powerful suppressor is needed to stabilize the image. Guildmaster Atreus suggested that I install several geodes inside the roof of the Observatory, and then use an antenna to focus them. This should amplify the clean frequency enough so that the crystal viewer can work. Success. Not only was I able to view both Spire and Haven, but I also saw my laboratory on Rhyme quite clearly. The crystal code for Rhyme was difficult to remember, having not had much reason to use it previously. I must make a full list of codes.
Do you know what?
For now, I will
Gotta
keep
make a
Rhyme
little
close at
note
hand.
of this one being Rhyme.
I always knew my sons had great potential, but today I saw something that truly amazed me. Sirius is harnessing electricity. At least that is what I assume, for the viewer caught a brief glimpse of something I had never before seen in this age. It had to be man-made construction. A burst of interference destabilized the image before I could study the device properly, but its existence offers proof that at least one of my sons is making the most of his confinement, rather than wallowing in despair. The interference effect is curious.
I mean, Sirius just needs to pull himself up by his bootstraps and just get himself off Spire anyway, right?
I now believe it to be subsonic in origin. I think the roof antenna is picking up wave fluctuations emitted by one or more ages. If this is true, I might be able to use the fluctuations to hear what is occurring in an age. I shall have to think on this carefully. It has been an exciting 2 weeks. Catherine, Yeesha, and I have just returned from Yeesha, where I spent most of my time in conversations with various guild masters. I am now convinced the shape and color of the crystals gives them individual resonance.
It's shape and color,
Combining the resonance
or rather
of
color
5
and
crystals,
shape.
I can discover a global pattern of emissions, a sound signature, as it were, that is unique to the age being viewed. Guildmaster Atreus assisted me in drawing up plans for a filtration panel that will enable the antenna to hone in on whatever wave fluctuation I want. I truly Rhyme as its preset configuration, since that is the age which first enabled me to construct a crystal viewer. The panel is finished. I'm too tired to test it tonight. Catherine tried to hide it, but the sounds we heard coming from Achenar's prison age nearly brought her to tears.
Oh,
Once again, I had
I wonder what
to reassure
sounds that
her of
was.
his safety. My words
Yeah.
eventually convinced
Well,
her, but I
this
know
is his
she
little
was
forest
substantive
fortress.
proof. I too long for more information than the viewer is currently providing. Tomorrow I shall link to Rhyme. I have an idea for an attachment, something akin to a moving eye, that will allow me to change points of view while using the crystal viewer. If it works, I may finally be able to see if my sons have reformed.
Okay, and that's that. Where's this antenna then? Do we get to the top of this roof somehow? I wonder if there's a way from the outside of this building to climb up onto the roof. I recall very specifically in the first episode the phrasing he very much used was fix the antenna. So you wonder how many people actually listen to Rand's narration of the journal. Most people read at the start of the game don't come back and use the necklace. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, maybe not that many, I suppose. I don't know, really. I hadn't really thought about it. Wait.
This part's really, really cool if you're not afraid of tight spaces.
Right, this is just
Dad and me aren't, but sometimes Mom has to close her eyes when I'm driving.
us at the start of the game.
She's not home right now, because I never could have picked you up by myself if she were. Hey, is that a new image recorder you've got? How cool! And you know, I know the perfect spot to use it. Hang on.
Yeah, this is the start of the game. Okay. Yeah, why is Atreus gone for so long? His commute's not that long. Indeed. Well, it's because we don't see Atreus till the end of the game, right? He Professor X's himself all over the place. You suppose it's a design element to serve those players who see the book and go, nope, not reading all of that. To be fair, if you've made it to the 4th game in this series and reading someone's journal not your thing, I mean, let's put it this way. You're either reading a journal or you're reading a walkthrough. Those are your 2 options, frankly. Speaking of Sirius, what did I make of his 2nd journal? Wild. Absolutely wild. Like, what? The fact that, like, the chess game was all a ruse? What? The chess game was all a ruse? The fact that the carving that he made of his family was all a ruse? Ah. I mean, I knew that Sirius was a bad guy, but like, oh, what a guy, huh? So, last time I was in here, I definitely moved this all the way to the top. Did I not? Right, okay. Now that's just rotating like this. The signal kind of does nothing. When I come back into here, though, it's reset. So it can't just be moving it to a particular spot without some kind of feedback to it. To be fair, it wouldn't wildly surprise me if Atreus hadn't like created a moon base by now. But okay. Do I need to... do you know what? Right. Give me like 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. I'm going to rewatch the recording from the very first episode that we put together. Right. Because... no. I searched for Myst IV and it's given me episode 4 of each of the Myst games. Let's search for Revelation. Right. Here we go. Right. Do you know what? Okay. Why don't you get full power... Okay, no. That actually took me a lot faster to find than I thought. Right. There's another one on Rhyme, so I'm going to link there and do something with it. What does he say? And retrieve it. Oh... I'll have to stop at the cleft for some tools first. Why don't you get full power restored whilst I'm gone? Go to the water wheel control room, close both emergency release gates, then come back here and use the crystal viewer to contact me. The crystal combination to see Rhyme is in my journal. And he literally just points over to the desk. So that's cool. And then he goes, oh, you'll have to turn on the roof antenna before the viewer will work. Keep an eye on Yeesha, will you? I'll be back. Right, okay. So it's not fix the roof antenna. You'll have to turn on the roof antenna before the viewer will work. Okay. Yeah, to remind me of all the babysitting. Look, I understand that me and Atreus are friends, right? Arguably, I'm his best friend. Because frankly, who else has he got? He's a man that abandons everyone he knows. For some reason, our character has decided that this is the guy we're going to throw in with, right? So whatever, that's fine. We're Atreus' best friend. If he wants to just turn around and go, Yeesha, you're being looked after by this gentleman for an unspecified period of time, go ahead. In Yeesha's journal, or in Atreus' journal, in someone's journal, literally, Yeesha says something like, oh yeah, it'd be really nice to study about dreaming on Serenia. Probably will be a few months. And Atreus' reaction to this is to be like, "Boah, do you know what? I do have a lot of experiments that I need to do, so it'd be nice to have my kid out of my hair for several months." Like, Atreus gives me a strong feeling of a guy who does not really enjoy the company of other people at all. Which is probably why he and Catherine settled down on a deserted island on an infinite ocean with nothing around it. And just in case my child gets kidnapped whilst my home is being bombed, here's a special journal. No, indeed. Is the knob on the crystal viewer slider considered a pixel hunt? Oh no, that was supposed to be a whisper. Ah, no. Well, you did that wrong, Zephyronicus. Oh dear. Forgive. I forgive. I forgive. Do you know what? This is something that I was saying, it was a couple of episodes ago. We were sort of discussing this, right? And, like, I do not think anyone has ever, either on my YouTube comment section or in the stream, I don't think anyone has ever, in bad faith, spoiled something, right? I think when people have crossed the hinting line a little bit, I think it's always been sort of with good intention. You know what I mean? The writing in the journals in this game isn't always so thought out, yeah. Okay. Is the knob on the crystal viewer slider? To be honest, I'm literally looking at your comment and I still don't know what you mean by it. Wait, what? Is it this thing? That doesn't look like a thing. Oh, there is a little knob here. Ah. Oh, man. It appears the answer is an emphatic yes. Do you know what I thought this looked like? I thought it looked like a guitar string. I thought we were going to, like, twang it in some way. Like, I don't know. Or maybe it would, like, vibrate with some kind of frequency. That's what I sort of read it as. Try moving the slider. You guys. Alright, cool. Do we want to try rhyme first? Like, should we call in backup? Should we call in the big guns? Bonk. SWNK420, it's neat to see someone else's thought process while they're stuck in these games. Also giving the hint totally takes away from the satisfaction of completing it. We've seen piano keys built into Atreus' stuff, but guitar strings? Yeah, too much of a stretch, clearly. Too much of a stretch. We need one which is like the Twin Peaks here. There we go, that'll do. Bonk. No, wait, hang on. Now we need like little tower like this. Yellow. Boop. Now this, I imagine, because this code is from Atreus' journal straight off the bat. This is in Atreus' journal straight off the bat. I'm kind of sensing that Atreus is not going to come here and help us. Or he'll be more like, bro, sort it out, you know? To be fair, this was more of a poorly communicated affordance than a real puzzle. Yes, I think I would agree with that, Matthew. I think I would agree with that.
My friend, are you there?
There he is!
Barely receiving you. Listen, there's a terrible electromagnetic storm here.
Oh no, it's Cirrus!
It's over. And I know what you can do. Go to the desk in my bedroom. Below the top drawer, you'll see a symbol. Press on it to open 2 compartments.
Okay.
The commentaries I wrote on Haven and Spire are inside. Oh, and tell Yeesha not to forget her homework.
Oh, what? Wait. Yeesha goes to school? I thought you were homeschooling her. And if you are homeschooling her, how does she have homework? That seems like you're double dipping a little bit there. Right. Hidden compartments in his bedroom. Let's go. And then he's got like some commentaries on Spire and Haven. That could be interesting. Bedroom is going to be all the way to the bottom. I do my best to try and, explain the half-baked, poorly thought-out logic. Sometimes I forget, right? Because sometimes I'm just like so far in the tank, I'm just like, and then I forget to talk. Not often. I don't know. I think I definitely do it more when I'm recording rather than when I'm streaming. Like, it's definitely something that, like, watching back my YouTube videos rather than my Twitch streams, the games that I record directly for YouTube, where I don't have anyone in the chat to discuss things with, yeah, I always think those are not as good as the games we stream together. Okay, bedside table. Oh, shoot, wait, did he say bedside table? Or did he say desk drawer? He said in his bedroom. I wasn't expecting him to have another desk in his bedroom. I tell you what, this is a man who is obsessed with desks, isn't he? He's got a desk in every single room of his house. There's a symbol somewhere. Oh man, I literally just listened to it and I can't remember what he said. I feel like he said bedside table, but I might be making that up. No, we've already read that. Could have done with an Atreus diary this way. Yeah, exactly. Why couldn't Atreus have written into a journal? Oh, there we go. Ah. All right. Audiobook adventures, guys. As they say, it's all explained in my journal. Right.
Spire, I've called it, for that's the image I kept in mind as I wrote the book that would link here. A soaring rock and crystal spire rising out of dense clouds like the watchtower of some gem-studded castle. Now that I'm here and am exploring the age in person, I find it to be exactly as I'd envisioned. Beautiful, yet so very deceptive. From the tower formation upon which I sit, an ocean of clouds spreads out below me. Rough stone steps descend toward them, ending at an empty terrace area. Created over centuries by the erosive power of wind, these steps are so evenly matched that I almost believe they were man-made. Yet, how could they be? For Spire has never had any inhabitants. Steps are not the only example of how the illusion I sought to create in this age holds true. Shortly after linking here, I walked through massive archways of stone, searching for a view beneath the clouds. As I walked, I felt as if the ghosts of a past civilization walked with me. This feeling was only enhanced by the beautiful harmonic sounds heard everywhere I went. I would have liked to determine the source of these sounds, simply for my own edification. But other concerns must take precedence.
Ooh.
Having found the flora caverns and assured myself of Spire's ability to support human life, I'm at last ready to leave. I even feel more comfortable with my decision to use this age as a prison world if I must. Yet I am sad to leave it too. There is still so much I could learn about the art simply by spending more time here, comparing the age with my original intentions for it. Unfortunately, once I link away, dropping my Myst book into the clouds as I leave, I know I will never be back. And I truly must go, for I still have another prison age to investigate.
Okay. Oh, and that's it. Huh. Maybe the game was expecting us to do that before we even go there. That's interesting. So yeah, okay. Okay, we got a lot in the chat. And actually I have to scroll to keep up with the chat, right. Canonical implications of that scene are unclear to me. We've never come across a situation in which weather impacts linking. Yeah, I suppose so. Everett, is it that the storm is preventing him from leaving, or that there's something he needs to take care of for the duration of the storm? Could be. The weather might be impacting his ability to get stuff done on Rhyme. Atreus being like, hey, press the button on my desk, and not, hey, that's a slider, not a guitar string. Shake my head. I know a good fellow who concluded that the Starfisher was under the ocean and far larger than it actually was. They thought the camera room with the big underwater window on Survey Island was overlooking the fissure so it could be monitored for any breaches. All I could think was, that's a good idea, and I actually want someone to use it. Oh, do you know what? I'd have to have a real think about that one. Maybe that's one for the Discord discussion. Yeah, just to leave a house guest. Just kicking about. The commentary on Haven kind of drops the ball at one point. Okay, that'll be interesting. This game definitely was expecting this to be pre-reading. What is really interesting is that so no one has ever lived on Spire, confirmed. And Atreus even hangs a lampshade on the fact that all of this stuff, the giant columns of stone, they appear to be man-made even though they're not. I wonder what the limits of that is, right? Because we were discussing it last week. In Haven, you've got literally a ship upturned on its end with a full cutlery drawer inside of it, and but no one's ever lived on Haven. It's uninhabited. So where did that ship come from? It's just written into existence from the descriptive book.
Never be discouraged by a mistake, Atreus. My grandmother, Anna, always used to say. Strive to learn from it instead, and you will achieve great things. Today on Haven, I saw my grandmother's words become truth. The broken ship merged into the causeway near Haven's coastline is exactly what I'd hoped it would be. A promise of intrigue and adventure, so palatable it made my own heart race with excitement to see it. I thought of how much fun the boys I'd met in Stoneship Age, Emmett, Branch, and Will, would have had playing in it, and almost wish I could bring their children here to do so. But Haven must remain off-limits to all if it's to become the prison world I wrote it to be.
Hang on. Wait. Saw my grandmother's words come true. Broken ship merged into the causeway near Haven's coastline is exactly what I hoped it would be. Promise of intrigue and adventure, so palatable made my home right. Thought of how much fun the boys I'd met in Stoneship would have had playing in it. Yeah, my memory of the books in the library on Myst is very sketchy. I mean, it was like a year ago we played that game. So yeah.
Stoneship Age, Emmett, Branch, and Will would have had playing in it, and almost wish I could bring their children here to do so. But Haven must remain off-limits to all if it's to become the prison world I wrote it to be. My sole foray into the Age has proved it to be capable of supporting human life, though of course none exists there at this time. Much of Haven's interior is comprised of a dense tropical rainforest, which is obviously teeming with beasts. I saw several as I explored, though they usually kept their distance.
Except the really aggressive
ones did
ones.
stare at me curiously as I made my way under their nests. No doubt, having never encountered a human being before, they did not think to fear me. They might even have summoned the courage to become friends, had I stayed there any longer. Alas, I could not, for the weight of urgency was upon me, having convinced myself of the need to protect my Myst library should some overly greedy explorer stumble onto it. I felt it necessary to link home very quickly, taking only a few brief minutes to watch the sun set over Haven's freshwater lake. I swam out to the middle and linked away. By now, the linking book I used will have sunk underwater and have been destroyed. Consequently, there remains but one task to finish before I can sleep. I must write 2 additional linking books tonight. One for Haven and one for Spire, my other prison age. Then place them on display in the library. I shall also have to warn Cirrus and Achenar to stay away from them. And tell Catherine, of course, when all is finished.
Anything else? No. Okay, right. So let's grab a... So that is Haven. So we can use the crystal viewer to go and look at Spire and Haven then. And if the game is assuming that you do that before visiting them, then I'm not sure if we'll gain anything from that. I mean, maybe we will. Maybe we'll gain a little bit of knowledge that we wouldn't otherwise have. We also, though, have the code for the Serenia memory chamber. And we also have... we're going straight back to the top. And we also, of course, have this code from Cirrus. But this is 6 digits, and it has no shapes to it. So... slightly unclear on that one. This game definitely was expecting this to be pre-reading. Oh, no, sorry, we already read that one. Riven Remake is going to be an interesting one. I'm really looking forward to the Riven Remake. I'm really interested to see if they modify the ending to make it clearer that you haven't just been totally betrayed. You forgot the journal mentioned that the ship was merged into the age. You always assume the ship was from a faraway land. Okay, so let's check out Spire. So we need the little one. Littler than that even. Wait, what? I mean, I guess like that one's the closest we can get, but that doesn't look quite right. This one looks more like the cyan one for Spire. Yeah. Looks more like that one, to be honest. Oh, I guess it's that one in green. Do that one first. And then probably this one in red for the middle. I have a feeling that I have a feeling it's going to be the inhabitants of the stone ship age. Because I have a vague recollection that there's not really anyone supposed to be living on Stone Ship. Oh, the problem is at the end there. He says he wrote the red and blue linking books after returning home. Oh, okay. This one? Maybe? So this is Spire. No, it's not. Wait, what have we done wrong then? Oh, no. This is Spire. Oh, look! He can look at the thing and he can see the thing. Ha ha ha. So what about these little his little movable cameras then? Oh, right, and that just turns off. I could have sworn he talked about having a little movable thing that you can move around. Huh. Not sure, okay. I mean, like, we've been to these ages, so I'm not sure we're supposed to be getting anything new from this. I don't know. Maybe that one. Yeah, I think it's that one. Possibly not. There we go, in purple. No, that in green is this one. The purple one is that one, isn't it? That doesn't look anything like it at all. Okay. The super spiky yellow one. That's straightforward. No. I mean, red is definitely wrong. Oh, maybe this is the purple one. Not sure. No. Oh, maybe that's supposed to be the red one as well. It's a very sort of short and stubby one, isn't it? I think blue is fine. Although again, it's kind of hard to tell. Because there's two which are very similar to each other. I think it's probably this one, actually. Yeah, that just doesn't quite look the correct shape. But none of these look that good either. It's kind of weird, like I'm actually sort of not 100% sure which one I've got wrong. I think I'm happy with green being that one. It'd be really handy if he would have given these shapes names rather than just drawings. Right, this is the one we're going for. It looks like the red one's wrong, doesn't it? Right, that's the same one as it was before. That looks the closest because of the way you've got the flat face on top. So maybe the blue one is now incorrect. But I feel like the blue one has to be one of these two, right? Ah, okay. Got there. Totally not worth it. What? Is there supposed to be somewhere we're supposed to be able to pan that camera around? I don't know. Okay, well, we've spoken to him on Rhyme already. Serenia Memory Chamber. Which is actually, like, probably, hopefully, the more interesting one. So, red. We've got yellow, which is like... is it the full spiky one? Or is it more like that one? No, I think it's like the full spiky one. Then we've got purple, but it's more like the bunny ears one. Then blue goes to here. And then we've got this one in green. Nope, that is not correct. Okay, which one have we done wrong? What have we done wrong there then? Oh, maybe it's that one in green. Ah. Okay, hang on, wait. Yeah. No, it's this one. It is this one. So... which one's wrong? The red one, maybe? So the red one I have as that. Oh, okay. Red one might be this. Huh? What is this? Hang on, I feel like there's got to be like that. What? That's not a hint. That's not a hint to anything, is it? Streamer seems underwhelmed. What even is that? I mean, we can take a picture of it, but I don't see how that helps us solve any puzzle. Like, what is that? Okay. Souffle is in the chat. Made it just in time. Yeah, absolutely. How long do I stream on a Monday? Around till about 9:45 or so. So we'll be here for about another 15-20 minutes or so. Yes, the difference between descriptive books and linking books. So yeah, descriptive books create the ages, maybe, depending on who you ask. And or they link to ages that already exist in the multiverse. And linking books link to ages. Linking books must be written from the age that they link to, and they will link you to the location that you wrote them in. I feel like this thing needs to be turned on. Because this is the device. Right. If we go back to the journal... Ever get the feeling you've been cheated, Johnny Rotten? Flick, 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 flick. What's a first world attitude to expect the villagers not to put a rock there to obstruct your view? This thing. I shall link to rhyme. I have an idea for an attachment. Something akin to a moving eye that will allow me to change points of view while using the crystal viewer. If it works, I may be finally able to see if my sons have reformed. Do you know what? Like, I do sometimes wonder, like, what the accessibility options on these games are, and if they indeed have any. Yeah. I'm not really sure how you'd solve that puzzle if you were colourblind. It's hard enough when you can actually see what colour they're supposed to be honest. Like, literally, these just panning left to right is superior to what he gives me there in the crystal viewer. I wonder what happens if we speak to him again on rhyme. We'll redial rhyme. So there must be some way to move them. Well, that's always the trouble with these written hints. Unclear where the hint ends and the lore begins. Yeah, quite right. And there's a decent amount of it as well. There is a decent amount of the lore in this game, for sure. I think it's that one in yellow, and then we just move that round to green, and then in blue it's this one over that side, and I think that's rhyme.
My friend, are you there?
Yes!
You're getting this. Barely receiving you. Listen, there's a terrible electromagnetic storm here. I can't leave rhyme until it's over. I know what you can do. Go to the desk in my bedroom. Below the top drawer, you'll see a symbol. Press on it to open 2 compartments. The commentaries I wrote on Haven and Spire are inside. Oh, and tell Yeesha not to forget her homework.
Yeah, that was basically it's just his answering machine, isn't it? It's his answering machine. He doesn't even give us the same information. It's literally just a recording. The Serenia Memory Chamber. I very much thought that that would give us a little bit more. Because here's the thing, right? We do not have a clear way forward in Serenia. Well, the only other thing we've got is Cirrus's code, right? Which is a 6-digit circular color coding. But I don't think we've seen the lock where that key needs to go. Yeah, exactly. Considering that Atreus is, you know, considering we're Atreus' best friend as well, like, what even is that, right? Can't answer the phone. Incidentally, he does definitely say he can't leave because he says he can't leave, not that he can't link. So maybe it is like, oh no, it's a really bad electromagnetic storm. He's got to like throw some tarp over his, you know, nice teak table and chairs. You know, his patio furniture needs tying down, or it's all gonna wander off. Okay, I'm checking. Is there any other, like, control here? So doing that doesn't get rid of the picture. I mean, like, where is this picture even taken? Here's a path down here. So it's very likely we've walked this path. Okay, well, we've got a screenshot of it. So, yeah. Matthew's suggesting necklace. I don't think... Oh.
Don't you see, Catherine? The new design means we...
Okay, so we've already heard this memory before. Kemtotic redeemed Gen's advice. We've a long journey ahead. Okay. Okay. So, for those of you who are new to that one, a long journey ahead is a subtle hint that there is nothing more to see here, or it's either there is nothing more to see here, or it is that you don't have the necessary information to be able to solve the puzzle yet. So to that end, let's go and head back to not relation. Let's go and head back to not Spire. What's the name of it? Selenia. Serena? What? Incidentally, I was also vaguely thinking about this thing. And the fact that... Oh, we've got full power to all systems now.
That's the 5th time this week, Atreus. If you insist on blowing the power so often, then you must make sure we have some kind of backup supply. What if someone gets stuck in the elevator?
Was that Anna? That didn't sound like Catherine. Unless Catherine became, like, really British very recently. Right, we've already looked at that. But yeah, okay. So we've got power to all systems then. Does that do anything for us? I don't think so. Let's just head back to Serenia. The princess is in another castle, perhaps. Oh, that's another way of doing it. Do you know what? I was literally... Because when I was trying to name the two hint things, because we've got Atreus, what do you see? And again, we have a long journey ahead. Atreus, what do you see? Is an easy one. Because in the book of Atreus, he's bloody constantly saying it. Like, all the time. He's just like, what do you see? And Anna is constantly saying it to him as well. And I thought, do you know what? It'd be really good to get a quote from Gen, which is a nice juxtaposition. And Atreus and Gen spend a lot of time with each other in that book, and a lot of time travelling. And you know what? I was skimming the whole thing, and I was like, there isn't really a good kind of... Like, I was really expecting to find a line where Gen tells Atreus to stop dithering, or to stop wasting time. And I really couldn't find a direct quote where Gen says something like this. The best I could find is like, you know, actually... Huh? Oh, hello there is just... Yeah, it's just a gif of General Kenobi. Because, you know, why not? Like, there's no reason for it. It's basically because when I was setting up the soundboard, I needed to have something as, like, the thing to test against. These things weren't here before. I needed to have something to, like, test the soundboard against, and it was like... So I just picked that. Okay, so we've got our water spirits. Floating rocks confirmed. I'm just trying to keep an eye out for, like, does the path, like, match up with the thing, you know? Like, we've been down all these paths, and we've experimented with all sorts of different things along this way. I wonder if the dreamers are still sleeping over there as well. That's like another consideration. Jaffras wants to ask a question, but he doesn't know if he can. Ah, Trank 0007 is now following. Thank you very much for the follow. That's really appreciated. We are up to... I think that brings us to like 172. Which is absolutely amazing. Yeah, should we try and find that view, assuming it's here? Like, probably? Right, so these guys are still vibing. Now, I still very much think that if we go back here... Here we go. Here's the map of the paths. I still very much think that this is some kind of you have to walk in a particular way to enter the code by visiting the spirits in a particular order kind of thing.
Yeesha used to come here every morning when she stayed with us, and spend hours feeding these butterflies. I think she appreciated them more than anyone else in her family, including Cirrus and Akanar. I wasn't a protector when the brothers lived here, but I gather they were more interested in the memory chamber and our funeral rites. As if death were something to be feared.
I don't always meditate for answers, but when I do, I prefer to do it while someone is waiting for answers that I already have. Oh man, yeah, tell me about it. I mean, in terms of the... I feel like I'm spinning my wheels a little bit now. So we've got a view of the lake. We've got a view of the path. There's not really much else I can make out here. I mean, it's probably a view somewhat southward because the paths in general go downwards towards the lake. Do you know what? This looks fairly close. It's fairly close. It's not quite there. Like, that rock kind of looks like that rock, doesn't it? Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is the view that we could see. But why though? Yeah, exactly. That's the question. But why? Like, we've been here plenty of times before. Atreus really does seem to be not a very good friend. Lol, he's not. But I tell you what though, he's a better friend than he is a father. Don't at me, it's true. So the necklace will make a noise and flash when it has something to show you that you've not seen before. So from this position here, which is where we're sort of matched up, I don't think the necklace is... Yeah, I don't think it's available for us. Jaffrus, can't answer in the whisper for a silly reason, but I found that already. It was a month back, though. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so we've got locked door here. But yeah, magic necklace is only somewhat magical. In that it's, you know, supposedly science fiction. So we have this path down here. Uh-oh. Looks like someone's getting hammered. Oh no, oh no, oh no. We're getting a whole bunch of them. Ah, F's in the chat. Ah, shoot. This is the first time this has ever happened. How many of these do you usually get when you start getting bot attacked? Switch to sub mode. Good idea. Chat. Shield mode on? No. Subscriber only chat. Follower only chat. Follower only chat. Followers can only chat if they've followed for at least, let's say, 1 hour. Done. Yeah. Brilliant. Okay, great. What I need to do is try and find... thanks very much, FJW James, for the follow. Unfortunately, you're still not going to be able to chat for another hour, unfortunately. That's how we handle bot attacks. That's good to know. Yeah, clearly I'm going to have to go through and ban a bunch of people. Ban a bunch of bots. So, yeah, well, unfortunately... a bit of a sad moment to end the stream on, unfortunately. But yeah, obviously we're at sort of 10 minutes to the hour there, so I'm going to we'll wrap up the episode here so that I can go back through the chat and ban some bots. Souffle's mod instincts kicked in there and wanted to ban. Who's clicking those links? Who is clicking those links? No one click those links. Oh dear. But there we go. Well, so if you're watching on YouTube in the future, thank you very much for watching this episode. We're going to end the recording there. But if you enjoy this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will see you next week. Bye for now. Who's the guy who followed but can't chat? FJW... hang on. FJW James.